Well, I came to be at SFS as a teacher 8 years ago. Started out in the high school, and I worked in the high school teaching history, religion, and English, and then transitioned full-time into teaching English. After a few years, I became the head of the department and did that for a few years. And then after 5 years total in the high school, I switched over to my current role, which is the director of sports. And that's a school-wide role now, and so I oversee the sports programs for elementary, middle, high, and British school, and also the after-school activities program, which is called SWEP. So my grandparents came to Korea for the first time in 1963, as missionaries with the Salvation Army. And so they came here in order to teach and work with Salvation Army officers, Korean Salvation Army officers. And so they were here for 25 years. And during that time of service in Korea, my dad and both of my aunts, Edie Moon and Jenny Purvis, they attended Seoul Foreign School. And so all three of them attended Seoul Foreign from kindergarten up until their senior years. There were a couple breaks in there with sabbaticals and furloughs back in the States, but for the most part, their years were at SFS. And then actually all three of them, Edie, JP, and Jenny, they all came back to SFS in the 90s and worked at Seoul Foreign at that time. And my dad and Edie were here for over 20 years. The Moons are still here after 35 plus years. And actually, happy turn of events. Jenny Purvis is actually back this year as a high school counselor. So we've had a number of family connections at the school as far as going to school as students and then now returning as teachers. So it's been a fun part of our family and a place of connection for so many different people in our family. Oh gosh, I think all the alumni from SFS from my era definitely will remember the dirt field, the gravel field getting scraped up at recess, etc. I seem to remember when I was a kid that the playgrounds were enormous and felt very epic to play on. It was also just fun running around the campus. It was just such a safe place for us as kids to be and play sports. And obviously for me, I'm a sports guy, so just so many of my memories involve playing sports, whether it was in third grade, getting to travel down to Daejeon to what was then KCA to play on their grass field, which seemed like such an amazing thing. And then in middle school, going over to SIS to play a little basketball tournament, and then of course getting into the big time of the high school and playing on the varsity teams and all the great experiences and memories that we made through those times. So for me, a lot of my memories are sports related. Of course, academically, I remember all my great teachers that I had who were more than anything I learned as far as content and knowledge. Of course, we learned so much, but I felt like we really learned how to think, how to be as thinkers and students of the world, and really how to apply our learning to the real world. And so so grateful for all the teachers that I had when I was here, and I feel like I learned so much from them. Yeah, I have 3 kids actually, but two are of school age, right? So the youngest one is not yet a Seoul Foreign student, but hopefully in the future will be. And so yeah, for them, I hope I hope that they get to experience the great learning environment that I remember from when I was a student. I hope they also have teachers that, similar to what I had, who really care about their students and invest in their students. I also hope that they have great experiences in the activities that they do and the other opportunities they have to learn and grow outside of the classroom. And so, so far, my kids have been in the school for a few years now, and I've been really, really happy with the teachers that they've had. They both went to Korean school before coming, and so they hadn't had sort of formal English education before they came over a couple years ago. And so I just felt like the teachers really took an extra effort to help them gain their confidence in their English reading and writing abilities. And they've come such a far way. Obviously they're fluent in English from the speaking capacity, but being in a new school environment, I felt like they just went above and beyond. And so I'm just so happy and thankful for the teachers that they've had. Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's so much that can be learned through playing sports, being a part of a team. We try to emphasize the school's motto of inspiring excellence and building character, and really seeing everything that we're doing in the the sports program as an extension of the students' holistic learning experience at Seoul Foreign. So it's not just about growing in the sport, but it's about really learning how to be a part of a team, how to be a leader, how to win with grace, how to lose with grace as well, and really working through all the experiences that you're able to have as being a part of a team and playing sports, and that all of those things are hopefully experiences that will help them grow and mature, so that when they go out into the real world and they're in working environments or university, whatever, they've developed really a good sense of who they are, and really a sense of character and integrity that will serve them well in whatever kind of work they're doing or activity they're doing with other people.